we're just going to jump right on in here. I've mixed this adorable sky blue, and we're just going to start scrubbing right here. Now, I'm very excited about this painting today. It's going to be a beautiful mountain covered in snow, but the light is hitting it, and there's long snow shadows on the snow coming down, and there's a little creek and trees. All of my favorite things. I love painting nature. It makes me happy. There's a lot of different kinds of artists, and artists change over their life. They're not always the same. And right now, I love painting nature. It's my favorite thing. So we're just starting on this top here. And I have all of these colors lined up. These are my favorite colors. Colors that I think we can use on this painting. We've got titanium white, Prussian blue, a little bit of purple back here, burnt umber, yellow ochre, and a beautiful phthalo turquoise, sap green, cad yellow, cad orange, and cad red. And all of these colors have different personalities. They're little friends of mine. They all react differently. They have different strengths. Some of them you have to use a lot of it. Some of them you just a little bit, and it goes a long way. So you got to learn to, know the personality of each color. And that comes with experience. And I think that painting can't be just learned in a book or watching YouTube videos like this. You got to do it. You got to jump in. You got to do it. You just got to jump in and do it to learn. Experience is everything. Experience. Actually living the thing. Leonardo da Vinci, incredible. He wasn't just a painter. He was an inventor, philosopher, thinker. He was a scientist in his time. And he always advocated for experience. He said, I don't just read books. He would go out into nature and he'd look at leaves and he'd look at the way water moved. He would observe the real thing. Also, he observed and documented atmospheric perspective, which is very important for us today. To communicate depth on a two-dimensional surface like this, we need to have the sky come a little bit lighter towards the bottom, because as things come towards the horizon, they're farther away from us. Can't see them as well. Some of the colors drop off and it changes. So I'm doing the top of the sky first, and then I'm going to mix up a slightly lighter blue color as we go down. And normally I love painting clouds. Clouds are so fun, but today we're just going to do a blue sky. There's a lot going on down here, and I'm excited to get to it. Excited. Now, I didn't just use Prussian blue and white for this. I used a little bit of yellow ochre and burnt umber to knock down the saturation. That's important. That's important. All right. Right up to this mountain, but I'm not going to cross over it. I'm going to leave a little bit of room right on up to my mountain sketch here. I love mountains. They're beautiful. They're ancient. They stand over us. They've seen it all, and they've stayed firm. They're just there. Mountains. Nature is, for all intents and purposes, in relation to how long a human lives, nature is forever. And we humans only live, about 100 years or so. We don't like to think about it, but we're not going to be here forever. Someday we'll die. Acknowledging that is important. Taking our place in the universe. Knowing who we are and knowing our time is limited makes us grateful for the present. Accepting that, truly accepting it, helps us actually live. Let's not deny our humanity. Let's not deny who we are. We have a limited amount of time, and that's okay. That's totally fine. As long as we accept it. As soon as we accept it, truly accept it, then we can truly live our true selves and be grateful for every little moment we have. Every little moment. And this right now, when you're watching me, this is a moment. Now remember, you're probably on your phone and you're watching me on a screen. You're looking at pixels. You're not seeing me. I am seeing this canvas. In real life, I'm touching it. There's no substitute for the real thing, folks. You gotta paint. You gotta paint. If you're watching me and this is exciting for you, maybe you should try it. Painting is a hobby that's not hard to get into. Really not. It's not expensive. Almost anyone can do it. Almost anyone. And it's a way for us to really enter the moment. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of white to this. We're going to brighten it up. As we go down, we'll blend these. There. A little bit more Prussian. Yeah. There. All right, coming up here, we're going to start down here and work our way up now. A little bit lighter. Just a little bit. Subtle differences in color are what communicate depth in a painting. And it's not all about color. It's not all about just color. It's about value, how bright or dark the color is. So as an artist, it's important to start seeing that. You know how when you buy a new car and you think it's so unique and special, and then you start driving around on the road and you start seeing it everywhere. You start noticing it. It was there all along. A lot of people had that car, but then you start seeing it. Or when you buy a new shirt, and then you see a lot of other people wearing it, you're noticing it. It was there all along. And that's how art is. Artists start noticing things that most people, they just pass up. They don't notice. They don't need to. That's okay. But as an artist, you can start seeing the world in a new way. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. We don't learn to paint, folks. That's not the hard part. No. We don't learn to paint. We paint to learn. We paint to see. A little bit more of this titanium white. We paint to see. We paint to learn about the world. It forces us to look, to truly look, to keep looking until the art is done. And it affects our regular lives. When you're just walking around, you don't even notice it, but you start seeing the world in a new, beautiful way. I live in Arizona, and I was born in Arizona. And a lot of folks move to Arizona because they want to live here. But for the longest time, I was upset. I was angry. The people who came before me, they moved to Arizona, and then I was just born here. I didn't have any choice. Arizona, the desert. But then I started painting. And I started noticing the beauty all around me. And I realized I was ignoring it. I was denying the beauty that was available to me all along. It was there. But I didn't appreciate it. And now that I'm painting, I go around and I'm grateful for the world that I live in. I have no need to move. I don't need to go anywhere else. I love it here. I'm grateful for it. And painting can help us be grateful for everything that we see. It really can. All right. There. Now, I don't want to be too perfect with this sky. I want to have personality. I want to have texture. These brush strokes are very important for me. I want to have them come up kind of this way. Here we go. Starting here, just kind of working up, like the wind is coming up off this mountain. This energy isn't a technical thing. It's a feeling thing. And when you see prints of paintings, or when you see this on your phone here, it's not the same thing, folks, as seeing a real painting. There's no substitute for seeing a real painting. The texture is just delightful to see. Oh, there's a little hair on the painting. I just took it off. That happens once in a while. Little hairs come off the brush. You got to just knock it right off. All right, I'm very happy with that. Very good sky. Just blue, getting a little bit lighter. I'm going to mix up a little bit of a darker blue now. Just a little bit. And I'm going to knock down the saturation with some orange, some yellow ochre, some burnt umber. And I'm going to make a little bit of a darker blue. Not too much. And go along the top here. Just make this a little bit darker. A little bit darker. There. Now I'm being liberal with my paint. I'm using a lot of paint. A lot of new painters, they don't use enough paint. You can't be shy with the paint. Don't be shy. When you're painting, you need to have an attitude of abundance. There's no limit to the amount of paints. Don't think about that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. You're not running out of paint. You have all the paint in the world. Just paint. Don't worry about anything else. All right. There. Wonderful. Now, let's work on this mountain. This is the exciting part. And we're going to do the dark parts first. Some of this mountain is in shadow. The sun's coming from here. Very dark. And this is what I love. I love the light and the dark in relationship with each other. It just makes a beautiful, dynamic painting. So the sun's coming across. We're going to have dark and light. It's just, and some snow here. And the snow is going to be blue and white. Oh, very excited for it. Now, I keep a paper towel in my left hand because I'm right-handed. And I clean off the brush when there's different values. And now we're going to do the shadow color. So I've mixed up this very pretty bluish, purpley shadow color. And we're going to come right up here. Now, I don't want to put too much paint on the canvas. I want to keep it rather dry. But I'm coming over this shadow area. I'm just scumbling this paint in, scrubbing it into the canvas. Right along here. There. Not a lot of paint. Not a lot of paint. We don't want too much. I love it when shadows are kind of blue. I love it. Oh, right through here. We're going to have a little snow there. We'll leave that bare. Coming right through here, scrubbing it in. Right there. Now, I made this sketch earlier, and before that, I covered the entire canvas with a thin coat of burnt sienna mixed with a little bit of odorless paint thinner. And the reason why I did that is because I like to have a canvas that's not pure white. The white kind of confuses my eyes. It's not natural. Makes things a little bit harder. So to make things a little bit easier on myself, I make it this orange color, and that's common. A lot of painters do this. They've done it for centuries. It's a traditional method. Now, this is the alla prima method, meaning that I paint the whole thing today. I don't take multiple days. I don't take many hours on it. It's just a quick impression, something that I do, and it's not really about having a lot of detail. It's about having a lot of emotion. So having the right headspace and caring about what I'm painting is very important for me. The magic of this doesn't work if I'm painting something that I don't care about, something that I don't choose from my heart, from my soul, something that makes me just so excited to paint it. And that's how I know what to paint. When something leaps out of my heart, I get a little chill down my spine, and I know right then. And that's what makes you an artist. When you know what you want, when you know what you want to paint, you don't care about the opinions of others. You don't mind. All right, that's all going to be shadow. That's nice. Maybe some shadows right through here. Great. Now this is the first layer. We're going to add more detail to this. A lot more. Right there. Very good. All those shadows, very important. All right. Now we are going to, we'll get to these shadows later and we'll put more detail in here, but now we're going to do the lighter part of the mountain. And this is going to be kind of an orangey color, close to this, but not quite as orange. So I'm going to get some white, some yellow ochre, and of course my cad orange that I love. One of my favorite colors. A little bit of red. A little bit more red, I like that. A little bit yellow. A little bit more yellow. And more orange. Yeah. Oh, there. I'm liking that. It's a good color. Now then, we'll come up here and we'll start kind of moving this down. See how similar it is? That's fine. Scrubbing it in. All along here. Now, it's okay if I leave the canvas bare here and there. That's okay. A little bit of this orange is going to show through, and it's going to add a lot of energy and life to this painting. That's fine. I like that. Great. Coming over here. Paying attention to the angles, coming down. The mountain is coming down at the right angle. You can't just paint it haphazardly. You got to really think. Where's it going? What's happening here? What's happening here? I want to mix up a little bit of a darker orange color. So I'm going to add some burnt umber, a little bit of this, more orange, a lot more orange. There. Nice. A little bit of red, more burnt umber. Oh, I'm liking that. Good. Going to come up in here and make this a little bit darker, a little bit of variety. Nice. We'll have some snow right there. Coming down. Good. Maybe some right there. Nice. Now, when you're painting, it's not going to look great at first. It's all about building up these layers. And as you go, you'll become happier and happier with it. That being said, when you first started painting, if you're anything like me, you're going to be very dissatisfied with your first paintings. And that's totally normal. I'm going to switch brushes. I'm going to go to a smaller brush. These brushes are about $3 or $4, and I shape them. Maybe you can see this. I shape them with a pair of scissors. I cut them custom, just for me, the way I like it. And that's important for a painter, to know what they like. Don't follow the crowd. Do what makes you happy. Nice. There. A little bit of a darker color. It's showing up just slightly. And I'm paying attention to these angles. Trying to communicate what's happening here. There. Very good. A little bit more orange. Nice. Coming through here, just once in a while, I just want to make a few marks. Just a few marks. We don't need too much. right along this blue here. There. Now down here we're going to have a little creek. It's going to be reflecting the mountain. That's going to be fun. I'm very excited about that. Okay, it's looking great. We're going to keep going. I want to mix up, just for fun, just so we can see what it looks like, a little bit of this snow color. There's going to be a lighter colored snow and a blue snow because it's in the shade, but it's lighter than this side of the mountain. So I'm going to take some white, some Prussian blue, and mix that together. There. A little bit more Prussian. I'm liking that. All right, coming up here, I think I want this snow here to be in shadow, like that. There's some snow up here. Snow right there. And there's some snow through here. Just laying that in to see what it looks like, and I'm liking that. Vibrant, just beautiful. Nice. We don't need to be too specific here. These are just large brush strokes. We're just laying in the color. Just laying in the color. And that color is going to communicate a lot. There. I'm liking that. Now we're going to mix up a lighter snow color. Just put a little bit of it in, not all of it, but I'm going to get some of this white, and I'm going to get some of this yellow ochre. Not too much. There. Now I'm knocking down the white. I don't want it to be pure white. I don't want it to be too bright. We don't want this to look like a cartoon, do we? Now, taking this warm white, going to press it into the canvas like that. Got to be confident with your strokes. Know what you want and do it. Go for it. There. Some white over here. Just like that. Nice. And we have some white right here on the top of the mountain. Some right here. Just laying in. Laying it in. There. A little bit here. And a little bit right here. And some here. Paying attention to the angles. Ooh, let's put some snow right here. Coming down. All right, let's keep working. We're going to do more of this orange through here, some of the blue through here, and we're going to keep working. And we're going to do all of this mountain and keep working down, forward, forward, forward as we go. All right, I'm going to get a little bit more of this yellow. Add it to this. Nice. A little bit more. There. Now through here, I'm going to add this lighter color. The sun is really shining on this ridge. I really want to communicate how bright things are. And I love this color. There. Coming down here, paying attention to the angles of the mountain, what could be happening here. Nice. I'm going to add this yellow through here. Kind of making some streaks. Nice. Very pretty. Kind of through here to add a little bit more life. See how that shows up against the dark? Nice. Man, I love painting. This is so fun for me. This is my happy place. This is my home where I feel comfortable. I come alive. And each of us can find the way that we come alive. Probably in different ways, and that's okay. Each of us are different. We all have different temperaments, different personalities. I swear we're born a certain way. I have 3 beautiful children, and they were born a certain way. They never changed. It's wonderful to see. Helps you realize that those things about yourself, there's so many things that are just ingrained in you, and you can accept them and appreciate them. You don't need to deny who you truly are, what you truly like. You can be brave, and you can show the world what you like, and it will make other people happy, I promise. When you are yourself, you make so many people happy. They love seeing it. They want to see it. So express yourself. I'm going to bring this right up here. I like that little outline on this mountain. A little bit through here. There, streak down like that. Blue. Nice. Right? Like that. Wonderful. This mountain is coming to life. I'm going to get some more of this yellowy snow color. This bright color. Okay, I'm going to lay it in. Like that. Put some like that. Maybe some coming down like that. Wonderful. Let's mix a little bit of a darker color with this blue. Just a little bit darker. Not too much. Not too much. We're going to add wonderful little indications here and there. Doesn't take much. There. Going to pick up a smaller brush now. A little bit lighter of a blue. I'm going to mix this lighter blue snow color and the mountain color and kind of come up with something in between. There, I like that. Little streaks of color coming down. A little bit brighter. There. Every little brush stroke is communicating a large part of the mountain. It's incredible to me how this works. Love it. A little bit darker now. Coming along here. Kind of defining these ridges. I like that. Good. And now, a little bit of a lighter color coming right through here. There. Isn't that just beautiful? Right up against the snow. We'll blend it a little bit. There. Excellent. Oh, let's keep working here. Let's add some of this darker orange color right around the snow to make it pop. There. Oh, I want some snow right through here. Little bit of snow. Right. Yeah. Great. And we'll make this just a orange color through here. I'm going to make this side of the mountain a little bit brighter. I'm going to add some of this snow color to this orange. I'm going to brighten it up just slightly. Give a little life, a little bit of this red to it. Pink it up, pinky color. Now we'll mix a little bit of this orange and this blue color together. Just a little bit. Wonderful. Now we'll come up here and we'll place little indications here and there, different little ridges, little things going on. We don't know, they're far away. There. A little bit right here to help this snow shine. Nice. I want this mountain to feel angular. I want you to feel the energy of it as you look at it. It'll take time. This is going to look a lot better. At first, when you start painting, things don't look great. You got to have a little bit of faith. You got to believe that things will work out, and they will. I've learned that that's everything in life. Knowing you can do something, you can. If you know you can, you can. If you think you can, probably can't. But if you know you can do it, there's something special that happens. When you know that you're good at something, you really start to be better at it. And if you've never painted before, I promise you can do it. If you only just believe you can. All right, we'll keep working on this. There's a lot more to do. Let's add a little bit of this red, a little bit of burnt umber. Make a darker color here. We're going to add a little bit of this orange to it. There. I like that. Now this darker color, we're going to bring through here. Oh, I like this. It's a little bit darker through here. There's a little shadow right there. Maybe right through here, right on top of that snow. Nice. Along this ridge. See, it's these colors in relationship to each other. That's how we're accomplishing this. Light and dark next to each other. It's very important. There. A little bit of this orange color, and we're going to do that. A little bit of light hitting that spot. I want it to be a little bit more orange. I'm going to add some more orange here. Really make this sing right through here. There. Wonderful. All right, let's keep going. I want to brighten up this blue snow a little bit, just a little bit brighter right through here. I want this part to really show up. Oh, I like that blue color. Paying attention to the angles. The snow will really pop now. Oh, I like that. Nice. Now this is the same patch of snow. I'm going to blend it. Part of it is in shadow, part of it is in light. A little bit more that lighter snow right through here. Yeah. Globbing on this white. That's okay. Really making it thick. Lighter colors we can make thick like that. All right, working our way. I want to do this back ridge here. I'm going to desaturate this orange just a little bit with some blue. Gray it down slightly. Nice, perfect. A little bit more blue. A little bit of burnt umber. A little bit of white. A little bit more orange. There, I like that. Now we'll come up here, kind of place that right here. Nice. Coming down that way. Now, this isn't realism, folks. This is impressionism. My version of it. And I like to have some details, but not too many. Not too many. Ooh, let's have that bright. I like that. These subtle colors are going to communicate a lot here. A little bit of blue as this goes really far away. And some more snow here. We can do that. We can do whatever we want to. And when you paint, you can do whatever you want to in your world. And that's what's so fun about painting. That's what's so fun. That's why I love it so much. It really sparks the imagination. Imagination is very important for an artist. Imagination. When I'm walking around, I find that I'm happier when I'm imagining things, kind of like I did when I was a kid. And it's a habit we can get into. We don't need to be serious all the time. Look at your toaster when you're making toast. Imagine what would happen if it walked away, if it grew legs and walked away. Imagine what would happen. Imagine a street light growing legs and walking down the street like a person. I love to personify different things. Think of them as people. It's fun. Blending some of these areas together. Sometimes I'm adding more paint. Sometimes I'm just blending what's there. There. Patch of snow there. I like that. There's more to do here. Let's keep going. Let's go this direction. And we're going to get lighter and lighter as we go. I want to start over here. I want to get a light orange that's kind of dulled down. So we'll use this dulled down color and some white. Really make it bright. And a little bit more blue. A little bit. There. A little bit more orange. Nice. I'm liking that. All right, coming up here. Scrub this in. It's far away. It's a lot lighter. That's okay. Not a lot of detail back here. We're just going to scrub in this color. Nice. Ooh, I'm really liking how that's working. Liking that a lot. Bring it right up to this blue. Blend it up. There. Far away. Right up to the sky. And we can blend this sky. I'm going to add a little bit of this darker color, just the smallest amount. I'm going to outline this. I like that. There. Now we're going to blend this with the sky. It's really far away. We don't know what's happening. Want no harsh lines back here. There. And a little bit of this sky color. We'll add a little bit of blue at the base. Some fog coming in. Nice. A little bit more white. Light blue color. Nice. Just going off into nothing back there. these are going to be trees. Just going around them. Great. Working our way this way. We'll add some orange. Ooh, I want to do this, the bright orange through here. Yeah. Well, but first I want to add this darker shadowy color. Kind of make some ridges. Kind of outline some of these areas. Give some personality to this area. There. Now we can come in with this orange color. Dull it down a little bit. There. Take some of this white, add it to it. What the heck? A little bit of blue. Gray it down slightly. And now we can come up here and we can place that right through here. Nice. Right up to that snow. And a little bit here and there. Can add some orange to that. Really make the sun hit through here. Nice. A little bit more orange. Coming around this blue, kind of thinking of all these different ridges through here. I want to add even more orange. Maybe a little bit of white. Just go crazy. What the heck? Just go crazy. There. A little brighter color, just popping all the way through here. Nice. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I want to lighten up this blue shadow that's here. Let's lighten it up. Kind of make it seem far away. There. See, now that we added that dark to it, a little bit of that dark is showing through and it's communicating a lot of texture. It's helping us see what's happening here. Nice. A little bit of purple. Not too much. Purple goes a long way. Just a little bit. Nice. Maybe through here. Some shadowy color. Working its way up. And a little more of this bright snow through here. Right there. Ooh, I like that. Kind of coming up. Great. Working its way through here and through here. And let's put some right here. Separate these two areas. The snow's coming down. Nice. Wonderful. All right, now we'll go into some of this blue. We'll place this shadow right here and right here. A little bit up into here. Good. A little bit through here. Scrub that in. Nice. All right, now taking some of this brighter orange color, but still knocked down with some blue. We're going to come through here. Place this in. This is where the sun is hitting. The angles are important. But remember, your hand is going to do what it needs to do. You just need to trust it. You don't need to think too much. Don't think for a moment that painting is all mental. It's muscle memory as well. It's practice. It's years of experience. But it's also an openness and a trusting in your body, your hands, who you are, your opinions, your likes and dislikes, believing in yourself. I know it sounds cliche, and I say it over and over again, but if you just believe in yourself, you can do anything in this world. I know that's true. I know it. All right, gonna place in some of this bluer snow. Oh, I like that. And some of this lighter snow color, right? There. Gonna blend that just a little bit right on the top and on the bottom. Nice. All right, we'll add some of this lighter orange color right on top of this. Really make the sun shining on this ridge here. Right along here. There, see that? Communicating these angles. I like that. Bringing it over here just slightly. Adding some orange through here. Right there. Not too much. I'm going to knock this down a little bit. It's a little bit too saturated for that far away. Oh, there. That's great. See? There's no mistakes. We just keep going. We just feel it. This kind of painting, you just feel. You don't need to think too much. Just feel your way through it. There, look at that blue snow. Love that. And a little bit of a lighter color through here. And the smallest amount, again, this light. Right there. That's fun. Just a little fun for us. Excellent. Coming down here, I'm going to mix up. You know what? I need some more white. Folks, you go through a lot of white, especially when you paint snow. White is a color that's used quite often because these colors are dark. All right, I'm going to mix up some of this snow color, which is just white and some Prussian blue and white. There. Now we'll come up here and place in more of this snow. It's just hanging out. And it's cold up here. It's cold in these mountains. Sometimes I love to imagine going up to these places and, you really got to do that. Think, what's happening right here? What's my hand doing? It's almost like you have a giant hand in a little world and you're looking around. Or sometimes I like to hike to these areas in my mind. Get lost in it. That's fun. Okay, right along here. The direction of the snow. I like that. And through here. Nice. Light and shadow, different colors, different textures. We'll take this color and kind of separate these two. Nice. Bring that down. Wonderful. Now, underneath that snow there, we'll get a little bit of burnt umber, a little bit of yellow ochre, mix that into there. A little bit of white, just a little bit there. Bring that through here, right at the base of this. Coming up, some little marks. It's in the shadows here. Cliffs in the shadows. Side of this big mountain. It's cold. I like that. It's really working. That's really working for me. Nice. like this darker blue color. I want to get a little bit darker of a color and give a little bit of definition to this right here. Right through here. Through here. There. Nice. If you're watching this, maybe you've painted before. Maybe you have. Then you'll know what I'm talking about. Painting is liberating. And when we like something in our lives, when it brings us joy, we need to do it. Don't you dare ignore that little voice in your head. We each have it. It's a little voice. It says, oh, I like that. I want to do that again. And then that darn adult voice in you says, no, that's not practical for this reason and that reason. And you shut it down. You shut down that magic. That is the magic of life. Don't lose it. So many people do. You can get it back too. You can lose it and get it back. You just have to remember what it was like to be a child. That's what it's all about. Remember what it was like when you were just a little kid. That was pure. It's okay to be like that again. You don't have to act all grown up all the time and be so perfect and do everything just right. Just have some fun. You see that flower? Pick it up. Smell it. Crush it in your hand. See what it feels like. Examine it. That's what you did when you were a kid. You would examine the world. Curiosity about every little thing. You can still do that. No one says you can't. You really can still do that. We all can. There's no reason why we need to give that up. Pretend like we're all adults here. Come on. Come on. Right through here, I want a little bit more orange. I like this. Right through here. Kind of darken that up. A little bit more. I want to darken this. There. I like that. Pushes it back. Gets that just where I want it. Wonderful. Now, if you've watched this show before, you'll know that I'm speaking to myself. I talk to myself. This is me encouraging myself. That voice inside of myself that I know is right. When I'm painting, I like to talk to myself. It's my therapy. My mind is so occupied with the painting that something deeper comes out, something true. And it reminds me of the truth in life. I love it. Okay, we're going to brighten up some of this snow now. Oh, that's great. Let the sun just sing on this snow. Just a little bit brighter. There. Look at that. Ooh, I'm liking that. Just fun. Just a good time. That's what we're having. Good old time. All right. There. And a little bit right here. See these shaky hands? It's okay if you have shaky hands. Just believe you can and feel it. Be the artist in your mind. If you know you're the artist, you'll do exactly what the artist needs to do. You are appreciating the world. You are the world. You are nature itself. And you can do this. You're capable of everything. It's only your mind, your beliefs that are holding you back. You can do whatever you need to, whatever you want to. I promise. This snow through here, I'm struggling to get it bright enough. Because there's this blue underneath it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scratch off a little bit of this white. This happens once in a while. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. All right, now I'm going to place in this lighter color. Now that it's kind of cleaned up a little bit, it'll really shine through here, and I want it to. There. I like that. All right. A little bit of this darker reddish color. Nice. Knock that down with some burnt umber and a little bit of white. There. A little bit of green. A little bit more. Sap green. It's a wonderful natural green tone. I want to add a little bit of darkness right through here. Right along this ridge. Kind of think about this area. What's going on here? Where's the light hitting? Where would the shadows be? There. Oh, and then right through here, I want to have a few ridges, just little things. Not too much. Not too much. There. Liking that. I want to brighten up part of that. A little bit of yellow, white. Really brighten this up. Let this just be bright. More orange, a little bit of red. There. Just let this the sun's hitting it and it's having a good time. It's having a good time. So you can just put the paint right on. Just let it glob on. It'll sparkle when people see it in person. They'll see those ridges. As they walk around the painting in a three-dimensional space, they'll appreciate it. See, these paintings here, they don't photograph well, in my opinion. When I see these videos later or when I see photos of my paintings, I'm never happy. I need to see that texture. I need to see what's going on, and I miss it with photos. The real world is not photographs. The real world isn't on our phones. The real world is all around us. All right. Nice. Good, good, good. I'm liking this mountain. There's a lot to like about it. Now I want to blend along the top of this mountain. Blend the sky and the mountain together just ever so slightly. Varying the brush strokes, not keeping things the same. Trying to blend these two values together. I don't want these to be too harsh, because when things get farther away, they get a little bit blurrier. I want this to kind of blend ever so slightly. Nice. Especially back here, let's blend this even more. It's just going away. We don't even know what's going on way back here. Way back there. All right. Wonderful. And through here, just a few angles. Just kind of a little bit here and there. Got to do the sound effects. Great. And this area through here, I want to lighten up this orange. Got a little bit too saturated for me. A little bit too much. There. I like it bright too. Nice. Looking good. Looking good. We're going to work our way down here. We're going to work to this tree line. There's trees coming up here. The mountain comes down, and these trees are very far away that we're going to work on now. And, you know what? I want to do this area right behind here. Let's just grab some blue and fill it in. This is just far away. There. Far away. We don't care. It's just a bunch of snow or something. All right. Working our way through here, I want a bunch of little rocks that have fallen off of this mountain over all the years. And then a tree line. So I want to mix up a grayish purple color. We'll use a mix of these two. And I'll Add a little bit of purple. It's very strong. There. Ooh, I'm liking that. Knock it down with a little bit of green. Gray it out. It's far away. There. I like that. Now we'll come up here, work our way right down with this new color. There. Up here a little bit. Perfect. Through here, we don't know. Kind of scrubbing it in. We'll add more texture later. Just scrub it in. Kind of add some interest with this snow here while I see it. Great. Now I hope that when you watch me, you know that I'm not trying to teach you a method. I'm not trying to teach you how to paint. No, I'm not trying to teach you anything. This is my therapy session. That's all it is. This is my time for me. I don't do this for you. I do this for me. But I'm glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. It's fun, isn't it? All right, a little bit of this blue back here. I want to give this ridge a little bit of a grayish, shadowy side, but not too dark. There. Little sound effects. All right. Oh, and then brighten this up just slightly. Separate these two ridges. Good. Nice. Working our way down here. We've got this purple color, and we'll just kind of scrub it in. Through here. Lighten it up. Let's lighten it up a little bit. Nice. Working our way through here. All the way to these trees. Continuing that angle that we want. Nice. All the way through here. I want some trees through here, I think. This sketch isn't the final answer for me. This is just a rough sketch. I like to change things as I go. Just gives me a little roadmap for what to do. It's never final until it's over. But when it is over, I don't go back. Some people like to do that. If that's your style, that's wonderful. But I don't like to go back to old paintings. I like to move on. Just move on. All right. Let's mix up a distant tree color. This could work. Something like this, a little bit darker. Nice. A little bit more Prussian. So through here, I want to place in some trees, right through here. Just a blue color. Just going up and down slightly. Go back and forth too. There. Maybe some through here. Shadowy coming off this cliff here on this far side. That'll be good. Just laying in this basic color. We're going to have more fun soon. I'll put that in there. A little bit here and there. Let's have a darker color. There. Just putting in the shadowy parts of some of these trees. See some back there. There. That's working. See these? It's just little brush marks, but it's going to look like trees. Isn't that fun? It's the magic of painting. I love it. Little brush marks just become so much in the end. It's the power we have. And if we think too much about each one, things get tough. But it's easy when we just let go and trust. Trust your body. It knows what to do. It knows what to do. Trust your hands. Trust your instincts. People have been painting since the beginning of time, since we know. They've been recreating what they see. They appreciate the world and they recreate it. We always do that. It's fascinating. A little bit lighter through here. Oh, nice. All right. Now, it's going to be a valley through here. There's spots where there's trees. There's spots where there's not. And I want to be careful to not introduce too much green, but I'm going to mix in a little bit of green. Don't want too much green, though, at this point. A little bit of white. It's far away. We can use white on this green. Green it up. There. A little bit more white. A little bit of yellow, just the smallest amount. All right, we're going to place in this green color just here and there, just a little bit. Just testing the waters. There. Far away. Just little hints of green. We don't want too much. It's cold, there's snow. It's too much green. Let's knock it down with some purple. Knock it down. It's the opposite of green. That's how we do this. Opposite colors remove that other color's saturation. It's important to remember. Great. All right. Having this green color here and there. There and here. The sun's hitting some of these trees, but not all of them. There's some darker trees, lighter trees. There. Through here. A little bit of this lighter purple color right through here. There. Just the impression of trees far away. Little brush marks. I want to work in some more purple through here, lighter purple color. There, that'll be important. Here, there. Ooh, I'm liking that. Mixes with that green and it kind of knocks it down in your eyes. From far away, these will mix together. I like that. Just kind of through it, here and there. Let's add more through here. Break up that tree line. There. Have some trees far up here. There. Wonderful. I'm liking this. Lighter blue. There. Lighter blue trees going off into the distance. Just mixing that in. There. Soft, far away, misty. Misty trees. Just beginning them here. A little bit darker, bluer trees that can kind of show up here and there. Nice. just when you're painting, just be there. Go walk through these areas. Experience it. Let yourself imagine what it's like. That's what I'm doing here. I'm imagining what it would be like to step around these areas and walk around. What would happen if I walked down this area? There's no trees through here. I'd see trees on either side of me. The sun would be coming. Wow. There. Pushing on the canvas. Don't be afraid. Put that paint on there. Don't be afraid. A little bit darker blue. I want some more shadows at the base of these trees. Don't just put these in willy-nilly. Think about where they could go. What's happening? Nice. All through here. So we're going to work our way down until we get to about here, and then we're going to work on the trees and work our way down from there. But this is a totally different ridge, so all of these colors through here are going to be lighter, more desaturated, misty. Let's put in more of this purple color. Nice. I want to have the land do this right through here. Work its way up. A little bit of this green through here. Nice. A little bit of this darker color too. Let some of these stand out. Let some of those stand out. And now coming with some of this orange color mixed with some of this white, we can kind of define this ridge. I'm going to knock that down with a little bit of burnt umber, make it a little bit darker, a little bit more gray. There. Right on top of that, see the lay of the land coming down. What's happening here? There. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. I want to put in some more of these dark blue trees. All right. Pretty color from earlier. Just place in some of these darker trees here and there. There. Very nice. Kind of the closest ones to us. Darker values. Wonderful. Now a little bit of this green color mixed in with that blue. Great. Kind of coming along through here. Just kind of filling in the rest of these areas. There. Distant, misty trees. Just the impression of it, no detail. This style, we don't have detail, that's okay. Just the impression across the room. A little bit more of this Prussian blue. Make some even darker trees. Once in a while. Make the rest of these stand out even better. Kind of like something like that. Nice. I'm really liking these colors. Liking what's happening through here. This is just great. A little bit of a green, a little bit of white added to that. Get some lighter trees. Brighten up this area through here. There. Just kind of coming through here and placing some of these trees. Don't want too much of that orange showing through this area. Just keep it cool, far away. But it can show through here and there. That's okay. That's okay. Mix up some this purple color, a darker purple color mixed with this green. Oh yeah, I like that. Oh, that's really working. Varying the colors. Don't just do one color over and over again. That gets boring. Vary the colors just a little bit. Nice. Or that purple color back there. Let that show through a little bit more. Show it off. Show off that purple. Nice. All right. Man, that's a lot of fun. Really has a lot of depth so far. There's a lot of things going on way far away. Very, very far away. Some darker color here. That'll be good. Just kind of there. And through here. And through here. Nice. Vertical brush strokes, because these trees go up and down. But very careful with the colors. Very careful. Don't want to introduce some of those darker tones just yet. That's for up here. We're going to get darker and darker. Especially at the base of this mountain, there's a lot of fog and mist and atmospheric perspective, and the colors are getting desaturated, knocked down, not as vibrant. There. I'm really enjoying this. This is so fun for me. Painting for me is a return to home base. It's kind of like my meditation, definitely my therapy. I need this. I need painting. And when I don't paint, things just don't seem quite right. Maybe that's when you know you're supposed to be doing something. When it really makes you very, very happy. Hey, if any of you out there have painted in the past, but you haven't painted lately, come on. You can do it. You can get those old brushes out. You can paint. You can try it again. Sometimes we give up. And there's seasons in our lives when we get too busy. Someone commented the other day. They said, hey, I don't have time to paint. I've got all these kids to take care of. I've got all these responsibilities. I said, you know what? Sometimes there are seasons when we can do things. Be patient. Maybe someday you'll be able to paint again. I think that's true to remember, hey, there's times and seasons in our lives, and it's okay. Sometimes we're doing a lot of things for other people. We're working hard, helping them out. Those are the facts of life. But don't let it take over your whole life. Do what makes you happy. Do what brings you joy. You specifically, not what's supposed to. Not what everyone says should bring you joy. What really actually brings you joy, which is a very different thing. Got to trust yourself. Got to be in tune to that little voice. It'll tell you what to do. It'll say, hey, you like this, don't you? You'll say, yeah. Then do it. Well, I'm busy and blah, blah, blah. No, you need to do it. Listen to that voice. It'll guide you. Oh, I like that. Showing up a little bit here and there, just randomly, and then bringing that color. And I want to make this even darker through here. There. Nice. Kind of up to these trees. There. Down here, I want to make it kind of even more blue, just kind of some fog. Mix that in. There. That's pretty. As it gets farther away. Okay. Well, we got to this tree line. Now we're going to work our way down. All right, let's mix up some of this dark shadowy color for the trees. And I want to start on these, and it's going to be pretty dark. We're going to put in the dark spots first. Dark Prussian blue. It's beautiful. Perfect for this painting. All right, so a bunch of that. Some sap green. Mix that together. All right. Coming up here, we're going to scrub this in. We don't want too much paint on the canvas. Just scrubbing it in. Just a little bit. There. Coming around, all around the side of the tree here. Nice. These shadowy parts of the trees. We're going to go over these parts and add more detail, but you have to have the dark in order to see the light. It's all color relationship. That's what it's all about. Colors next to each other. And I really think that paintings, usually good paintings, should work as black and white. So if you've painted, make it black and white. Take a photo of it on your phone and make the image black and white and look at it again that way. And if it still works, if it's still good, then you've got something good. But all art is different. We shouldn't be too quick to think about rules when it comes to art. No, no, no. All right. Some of these dark colors, I like this. Oh, this is great. Scrub this in all the way down here. I want to add a little bit more Prussian. A little bit of this burnt umber. There, and some red. Make it even darker. Nice. A little bit darker at the base of these trees. Just thinking about what we want to do here. Exploring what the trees could be like. I know that I want the sun hitting right here to make that one show up. But I really want these trees to be the star of the show. And these are in shadow. So these trees are going to be darker through here. And that's okay. That's fine. Thinking about different branches and the kind of textures that would be in these dark areas, although there's not a lot of paint, not a lot of color difference here. We don't need too much to communicate these trees. There. Now, with this darker color, I want to put in some trunks here. Maybe a lot through here. There's just a lot. There. Maybe a branch or two. There. Wonderful. Making them a little bit thicker than I want, because later we're going to come back. We're going to add more colors. There. Excellent. Let's take some of this sap green, some of this yellow, mix it together. A little bit more of the sap green. Nice. I like that. And yellow ochre. Yellow ochre. More of it. There. Now I'm going to mix up a slightly darker version of it, mixing some of this darker color together and some of this. There. I'm going to place this in first, in this lighter area, kind of scrubbing it in. There. Now we can come in with our highlight color. Right through here. I want to brighten that up just a little bit more. A little bit brighter. Not too much. There. That's pretty. Sun's just dancing right along through here, through these trees. It gets darker as it goes down. Maybe it hits this one just a little bit. Goes down. The rest is dark. The rest is dark. Nice. I like that. Let's get some of this darker green color and we'll just bring it here and there to add a little bit of dimension and shape to some of these trees. We don't know what's happening through here, just little things. There. Nice. I'm liking that. Let's keep going. Let's do a little tree here. Darker color. I like that. Great. Now a little bit of this light, darker green color. Kind of figure out what's going on here. Now this lighter green color. Let the sun just hit it. There. Add some dimension to that little guy. Something's going on back there. That's great. Maybe a little bit of shadowy blue color for the base. Just there. Shadows are important. Shadows are important. Got to keep it dark down there. Good. Great. All right. Working through here. I want to lay in some of these darker colors. We've got a couple trees here, a little crop of trees, a few trees. There. Darker towards the base. Extra dark. Not too much paint. Not too much paint right now. Not too much paint on the brush. Okay, some of this darker green color like before, but it's brighter than this one. Brighter than that one. Make it a little bit brighter. A little bit more of this yellow ochre. I like this tone. There. Mixing it up. It's not the same exact shade of green. There, I like that. Place it, on top of those darker colors, and they're just starting to pop. A little group of trees. Something like that. Okay. Now, we'll do our brightest color. Yellow. Let's try that. Oh, nice. That's just shining. The sun is hitting this. That's just looking great. And this, hitting right there. Good. Pretty. Pretty little stand of trees we got right there. Nice. A little bit darker, the base. Just straight Prussian. Just put it on. These are dark. There. Really dark on this side. There. Always thinking about where the sun's coming from. Great. A little bit darker right through here. And more yellow, a little bit of white. we're just gonna hit this a little bit more. There. I'm liking those trees. A little bit here, a little bit through here. See, we can make some of these trees just pop out by adding a little bit of light to them. Little things are happening, a little bit coming through. Little brush marks. That's all it is. If you want to paint, you just need to care. If you want to paint, you can do it. You can do anything. We'll come back later and do more detail through there. Tree here, tree here. A little bit farther away though, so I want to make sure they're not quite as dark. So I'm not going to use that pure dark. I'm going to lighten it up slightly. I want to add more blue to it too. There, a little bit of white. That's good dark. Okay, coming through here, kind of placing a shadow there. I want more blue, a little bit more lighter blue color. There. Okay. There and there. Little shadow sides to some of these trees. Lighten these up just a little bit. Bring that over. Okay. Little shadowy things. We'll figure out what's happening here in a minute. All right, we'll add some of this with the white. Kind of let it shine. That's great. Kind of going back in there. Just some greenery. Just something far away. Nice. All right. A little bit more of this darker color, just at the base. All right. It's really a balance. When things are farther away, you know, you don't want to give them more detail than you should. You don't want to do that. It needs to be kind of a consistent amount from layer to layer as you work forward. I like that. That's what makes me happy. And when you paint, you can paint any way you want to. You really can. An artist just knows what they want. They paint that way. I'm going to lighten these up a little bit. There. If you know what you want, just do it. Just do it. What does it take to be an artist? You're born an artist? No. It's just a decision. If you call yourself an artist, then you are. It's that simple. It's that simple. If you think you are, you are. Isn't that great? Isn't that liberating? You don't have to graduate some fancy school. Just say you're an artist. Just do it. If that's what your heart is telling you to do, just go for it. Say you're an artist and you will be. All right. I'm liking this. Liking this a lot. It's really working for me. Okay, working our way forward, I want to start doing some of this snow. Through here, this is bright. There's some blue shadows through here. This is going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's make a new shadowy blue color. Blue color for the shadows. Let's see. A little bit more Prussian. There. All right, I want to put in some of these shadows coming from trees from this side. Any excuse I can get to put these shadows in here, I'll take it. I'll take it. There. Love that. Beautiful. Now, let's mix up a snow color. We have white. Let's just mix that up, see what happens. We'll see what happens. Is that a little bit of yellow? We'll add a little bit of yellow ochre. There. A little bit of orange. Ooh, I'm liking that. All right. Taking the snow color, come up here. Gonna see what happens. What happens? Where is the snow going? Right down through here. Right through there. Nice. Okay. Right through here. And what we're trying to do here is keep this white color white. We don't want to mix it too much with these other colors. So I'm keeping a little bit of separation and I'll blend it later. That's how you can do it. Good. I'm liking that. I'm going to add some of this between these tree trunks through here. Just a little bit. Kind of open this up. Nice. Maybe some through here. Just little guys, little things that are happening. The snow is showing through. We'll go over these again. You don't want to get it on thick enough. There. Nice. Now we'll go over these trunks again. I want a smaller brush though for this. I'm going to grab this little guy right here. Darker color. Here. There. Tree trunks. That easy. That easy. Little ideas here. Just the impression. All right. Now, we'll take our brush again, and I want to keep working down. We'll work on the base of these, working down. I want to work on these trees, and I want to do these trees, and then we'll keep doing more snow. So, let's add a little bit of red and brown to one of these greens. A little bit of orange. Make something a little bit different here. It can stand out. There. Oh, that's nice. I want it a little bit darker on this one side, so we'll add some Prussian. Mixes with that green nicely. The base of this little guy. It's just a few little guys right here. Okay. I'll come in with this lighter color. Gonna give them some definition. I know it's just a few strokes, but that's what this style is. How much can you communicate with as little as possible? How much? That's what I'm trying to do. Few strokes. Nice. All right. Now we'll work on this little guy. Give a little shadow on this side. Dark towards the bottom. Dark, dark, dark. Nice. And mixing these two greens together just a little bit, varying it. The lighter side. Good. Now it's even lighter. I need some more yellow. I'm going to grab this yellow. Yellow is good. It lightens up green. When you're closer up, when things are far away, you can lighten up the yellow with white. But when things get closer, you don't want as much white. You want more yellow. There. That starts to shine through in the highlights, especially when things get closer. Far away at a mountain, there's no yellow. Maybe just the smallest amount. But trees closer up, we can do that. We can do that. Okay. Nice. I'm going to add a darker part to these trees now. A little bit lighter though. Something like that. Doesn't matter. We'll just come in with the detail later. Well, the illusion of detail. I don't really do detail, do I? All right. Let's do these lighter ones back here. I want this kind of a lighter green. There. Darker through here. Nice. The brighter side of some of these little guys coming back here. And a little bit of that darker color here and there. There. Just going back into the distance. Wonderful. Using the dark and the light to separate different ideas. The idea of trees going off way back here. Trees way back here. All right, now let's make this darker. A little bit more of this green. Make this dark color. These trees are the closest to us, so I want them to be extra dark in the dark parts. All right, this little guy. This big guy. Big tree. Right through here. And the shadow on that side. I'm not going over the whole thing with a shadow color, just the parts where I think you really need them. Especially towards the base, I want to add more of this brown. Make it just black almost. Dark, dark, dark. Nice. We need that. Helps it look closer. We need that. Wonderful. You know, I feel like every time I step in front of the canvas, I'm a new person. It's a new day. I have a new perspective. And maybe nobody else notices, but every time I step in front of the canvas, my style changes just a little bit. It's never exactly the same. And I've learned to embrace that. To just find that new Thomas. You know? He's here, but he's new. It's a new day. He's learned new things. He's a new person. And to expect my style to stay the same from day to day, that wouldn't be realistic for me. I'm changing. I'm evolving. I'm learning new things in my life. I'm seeing new things around in the world. And I'm incorporating those. I'm soaking it in and changing. And that's okay. That's okay. That's pretty. All right. Some of this lighter green. Ooh, nice. Sort of where the sun's hitting on this little stand of trees. Nice. Sun's hitting there. Well, the sun hitting most of this, especially on this side. Great. Some of this darker color. Just varying it back and forth. There. Oh, good. Some of that darker color through here. Let it just get dark. I like these trunks. I want to have some fun with these trunks. This will be great. And just put them down. Put some of the snow color, I put some of these trees back there, but we can just do whatever we want. Put some, just the idea of some of these going back and some in here. Just the idea. There. Let's take some red, make a dark red color. Bring that brown through here, deep reddish brown. Looks good against that green, red and green. Looks good against that green. All right. Nice. Some of this lighter bluish, farther tree color between some of these trunks here. Great. I'm liking that. Okay. Now we'll kind of lay in some of this snow, and that'll be fun. We'll work our way down through here. Well, let's put in some of this shadowy color. All right, past this tree, we'll have a little shadow coming off from this whole stand of trees here, coming between these two. Nice. Great. Some blue through here. Beautiful blue color. Ooh, I'm loving this. Let's have this blue come like that. And bringing it through here. I want it a little bit darker. It's closer to us. Just a tad bit more saturated. Come on, a little bit of Prussian there. Ooh, I like that. A little bit more. A little bit darker. A little bit of burnt umber. A little bit of that. There. All right, a little bit more Prussian. Keep changing my mind. Nice. All right. Getting a little closer to us. Like this. Random shadow shapes. The land is going up and down a little bit, and this is communicating that. Just be random with it. Underneath here. Here and there. Shadow color comes through. There. And this snow color, not pure white, a little bit of an off-white. Big strokes, big confident snow strokes. I want the snow in this painting to just be big and bold, and it's just doing what it needs to do. The king of this painting is the snow. Let it just come through here, show through. Nice. And through here. What the heck? There. Wonderful. And we can put in some more through here. Cleaning my brush, making sure that pure white stays, well, it's not pure white, but making sure that white stays white. That's important. I like that. Little bits of guys through there. All right. Wonderful. I'm going to blend this just ever so slightly against that shadow color. Blending the shadows and the highlights here. Nice. And some more of that white right through here. Big stroke. There. And through here. Lot of white paint. Lot of that. Bright white paint. On this big snowy hill. I'm really liking this. Blending these confident big strokes back and forth. You know what you're doing. You're the artist. You're not just an artist. You are the artist of this painting. And you know what's best for it. And you're recording, you're capturing who you were when you painted this. The day, the time. Hey, you may not like this painting. And this painting might not last forever. But someday someone might see this somewhere and know that I had a good time. I had a good time. I hope they'll be able to see that this was fun for me. Just through the strokes. All right, a little bit darker through here. Nice. But extra little guys. All right, I'm going to step back and see where we are. I think I'm really liking this. Liking this. Placing in some more shadows. I want a little bit lighter. Lighter snow. A little bit farther away. Through here. Place in some shadows. Ooh, I like that. Let's brighten that up. That's good. Give a little bit of more personality to these areas. The brighter snow. Good. Between some of these trees, just here and there, just a little bit of this blue color. Makes you think there's separation between some of these. Some things going on back here. What the heck, let's do a little bit darker blue right along these trunks. Great. Ooh, right here. This guy needs a big shadow. This guy needs one. Great. All right. Working our way down, we're going to take this snow color, bring it just through here and through here. All the way through here. Nice. See that? A lot of that blue got into that stroke there. I don't like that. There. Just clean it right up. All right. Nice. Big strokes. Big ones. Let's bring some of that white through here in the farther distant area and fill in some of these spots that need snow through here between some of these trunks. Placing it in sideways, I think. Could be tricky. That's okay. There. Nice. Now, a highlight color. Ooh, this will work great for these trunks. Check this out. You're going to like this. A little bit of orange. Come along here. I'm going to add a little highlight. Some of these guys. Not all of them. Not everywhere. Here and there. There. A little bit of something going on. That's nice. And this darker color. I want to really make this darker right here. Right there. I like that. That's fun. Fun strokes. Fun little things going on. If your painting makes you happy, then that's how you should be painting. This style makes me happy. When I go to museums, when I go to galleries, this is what makes me happy. I see styles kind of like this. No one has my exact style, of course, but stuff like this makes me so happy. Makes me want to paint. I went to a gallery yesterday with my wife in Scottsdale. That was wonderful. We went to a few galleries. Looked at some Southwest art. These people that have this work in these galleries, they're so talented. You should go to a local gallery sometime. Check out the paintings. You don't have to buy them. You might have to talk to a salesperson that thinks you want to buy them, but that's okay. That's okay. Go into a gallery. See what they have. See what people are doing. Other artists. Okay. I'm very happy with a lot of this. I want a little bit more of this white. I'm going to apply it through here. Letting it mix with this blue. What the heck? Lose a little bit of that orange underpainting. A little bit of this dark color. Coming back over some of these. Great. Fun. Oh, that's just great. So now we have another kind of plane coming a little bit closer to us. Got a shadow through here, and then we got this little creek that starts with shadows coming down. Oh, this is just going to be a lot of fun. But first, there's some rocks through here, so I want to make them very dark. I'm going to get Prussian blue and some brown and just make up a very, very dark color. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to scrub the rock. Scrub it. Placing that color in, just working it right in. Right into the canvas. Staining the canvas dark so I can put lighter colors on top. Stain it dark. And you can do more things on top of it. Great. Dark through here, along the base. Along through here. Nice. I've been playing the piano more lately. Oh, I love the piano. I play the piano and the drums and the guitar, and in high school I had a band, and I really care about music. If you like multiple things, that's okay. I realized. It's like, hey, Thomas, stop spending time doing all these different things. You know what? There's times when I just really want to play the piano, or I really want to play the drums. It does different things for me emotionally. Different things. Different days, I want different things. Ooh, a little bit of this brown on these tree trunks. Just a little bit. Nice. Dark areas through here. A little bit of this green, right? All right. Kind of come right like that. There we go. Darker color right here. There. All right. Very nice. And, let's put in some blue. Why not? Why the heck not? Onto this rock. That'll be fun. little bit of purple. Coming down. Dark colors. That's okay. It's in the shadows. It's just dark. Purple. Nice. Bring a little bit of that purple through here. Let it kind of play in the trees. Nice. Great. All right. And some brown. Not that light. Something about like that. Plus some of that blue. There. Nice. Some more colors through here. You know what? I want some alizarin crimson. Sometimes I just love alizarin crimson. Makes me happy. It's a good color. It's a deep, beautiful red color. Oh yeah. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, I love alizarin crimson. There. That dark color. Wonderful. Top it there. Good. And we'll put some burned umber along the top. Great. Good. Nice. And let's try a little bit of this. Just a little teeny bit. Give some character to this. Some orange. Why the heck not? Well, there we go. That rock is happening right through there. A little bit more of this. I want to make it just a big stroke, big brush stroke through here. Bunch of them. There. Angular shapes. That's fine for now. We'll do more. All right. Little guy right here. Little things here and there. Just. All right. Now we can come in with. First, let's do this. Nice. We can come in with very dark blue, right? Well, not very, very dark, but nice dark shadowy color. All right. Let's place in some confident, big shadow brush strokes through here. Dark blue snow. I love this. Next time you're out in nature, pay attention to shadows. Light and dark, it opens up a whole new world for you. Appreciating the lighting. The way something is lit by the sun really changes it. The time of day, the atmosphere, there's so many incredible variations. Yesterday I was driving and I saw some beautiful pink clouds and some orange clouds. So many different colors. Made me very happy to see. Very happy. There. Coming through here, coming on down. We're going to add some lighter strokes here so we can really get a sense for the lay of the land. But first we're just kind of putting these in, thinking about the lay of the land, but we'll really show it off soon. All right, through here. Sit that rock right in there. There. Dark blue. Very fun. There's a bunch of trees up here, and they're casting a shadow right across here. Very pretty. Very good. Very happy with this. It's just looking beautiful. A little bit of a lighter blue, just a touch. One up there. Work that in. Let this kind of rest right here. Have some more blue from the shadow come down here. I know you're thinking, oh Thomas, this looks weird. Too much blue. Well, when you do a painting, you can do it any way you want. You can do whatever you want in your world. This is my world. And I do what I want. I paint what I want. And you can paint what you want. All right, coming over this with a little bit of a brighter color, little bit of orange, knock it down just a touch. Just a touch. Add a little bit more of that blue and white. A little bit brighter. There. A little bit more blue. I like that. And just a little bit lighter. Okay. Just kind of catch the sun on little bumps and ridges that are happening. We don't need too much. Just a little bit here. Look. See that coming down. Little things are happening here and there. Every little stroke is implying a lot. It's all implied. All implied. There. And then down here, we can get even darker. Add a little bit of purple to this, a little bit of the burnt umber there. We can kind of have it get darker through here. Remember, there's a little creek that runs through here. Along there. There. Wonderful. The snow comes down to there. Wonderful. Great. A little bit more of this blue. Just beautiful. Fun. Fun strokes there. Okay. I want a big rock right here. Big one. I'm going to use some burnt umber. A little bit of blue. We're going to put in a big shadowy rock thing. Right here. Right here. Oh, a tree right in front of it. Great. And there's going to be snow on top of it. It kind of leads us down here. Things start happening. Let's grab some of this red color, some of this blue color. And just kind of make a few marks. Ooh, I want some of that blue color in this rock. That's what it's missing. It's missing some of this blue. Just a little bit. There. Ooh. It's reflecting off the snow there. There. Good. And then to exaggerate that, we'll get some more of this orange. Good. A little bit of orange highlight right on here. And we'll have some of that blue, brighter blue through here. That rock. Great. Now we'll put in a little tree. Just a dark color at first. Nice. Just a little guy right here. He's going to be right by the water. Make him sparkle. There. Just a little tree. Now we'll bring. Oh, I need some more white. Some more white color. Okay, some more white. Wonderful. Now, as the snow gets closer to us, I want it to be warmer and warmer. Warmer. That's what we'll try for. We'll try to make it warmer. So, gonna have some of this white, a little bit of yellow ochre, and a little bit of this orange, just a touch. Nice. A little bit of this blue, just to remember it. Don't forget it. More orange. A little bit more. There. A little bit more. Perfect. That's great. All right, and through here we can put in the snow. On top of this rock, it comes like that. And we'll add highlights in a minute. And then, let's have this shadow keep going down like that. All the way to the rock. What the heck? It's kind of buried in this blue snow coming up the side. Wonderful. Great. And that snow is just kind of top of that. There's a little bit of shadow right behind it. Kind of define that. Great. And coming through here on the other side of the rock, the shadow continues like that. There. Working down to the riverbank here that we're going to make in a minute. Wonderful. Some things happening, and we can just kind of put in the little indications of some rocks. Living here, there, I want that. Good. A little bit more blue right here. And the front of this. Let's give him a little bit more character. Darker right on the front. There. And then maybe darker through here. We don't know. Great. Very happy. I want to add a little bit of yellowy, brighter, yellow ochre highlights. A little bit of white, just a little bit. Mostly yellow. I want to hit this little guy just with it. Check this out. Little twirl. Just a twirl. And we're going to do that to some of these too. Just twirls. Not too much. Just here and there. There and here. This is the magic, and we don't want too much of it. Not too much. Look at those trees just sparkle in the sun. This one's getting hit by the sun. Nice and bright. This guy too. That's great. Let him be bright. Down here though, I'm going to make it darker again. Good. Dare I say cute. Cute trees. I love that word. I use it quite often. All right. Some snow coming this way. I think we're going to work on this bank next. That'll be fun. So, working our way forward, we are going to make a very, very dark color right here. Very dark. And put in some dark colors all along here. And all through here. Nice. Maybe like that. And we'll want all this pretty dark. Pretty dark. Definitely there. 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 Big marks. All right, let's work on this side a little bit. Nice. Just adding in these dark parts along this little creek, so we can put in the light. And with oil painting, remember, you always do the dark spots first. Coming through here, I want the snow to get a little bit lighter. Nice. Maybe a little bit even lighter. Right through here. I'm going to convey this kind of land going down. Nice. A little bit lighter. Oh, that adds so much life to this area. Really liking that. Lay these kind of rocks in along that ridge. Now, let's place in a little bit of greenery. So I'm going to start with a darker color. We're going to place in not too much, just a little bit of greenery, a little bit of yellow ochre. Spring is just starting. We've got a little bit of greenery poking through for the first time. I love that. Changing seasons. Maybe some right here. Great. I think I want a little bit at the base of these trees. There'd be some bushes, some life. There. A little bit of this yellow ochre on top. A little bit of white. Nice. Little things there and here and there. Maybe there's some little guys right around here. We don't know. Little guys, little things. Great. All right. Add another stroke through here. That's good. A little bit warmer as we come forward. Great. Now, we've got a lot of snow through here. We got some shadows too, so we're going to put in some blue shadows. We're going to do that by just placing this in. Scrubbing it in. Nice. Coming down. A little bit brighter, not much, but we're going to lay it on thick now. We're just going to lay in a bunch of this. Let this shadow just have a lot of character. Coming down at the front here. This is another kind of ridge, a little area. It goes back and then forward here. And so I want to communicate that in there. Nice. With as few strokes as possible. That's the style. Quick strokes. Confident strokes. It's a lot of fun. There. A little bit of this blue. A little bit darker. There. Kind of rub that in. I have a lot of just different little things going on through here. There's a bunch of trees. I want to vary these shadows. Don't make them too predictable. Just kind of like that. There. Coming all the way to this dark bank. Nice. Scrub that in. All the way to there. Going onto the edge of the canvas just a little bit. There. All the way through there. I like that. And we can have a little bit of a lighter blue there to liven it up a bit, especially towards the base here as the water's reflecting onto that snow. Very. A little bit through here. Oh, I like that. You know what? I haven't touched this turquoise. And I'm going to lighten that up. Ooh. I like that turquoise color. Let's add some white to it. There. It's closer to us. It's bright. Brighter. More things going on in the snow. Great. Now, remember, I'm not teaching you how to paint snow. You paint snow the way you want to, the way that makes you happy. I didn't learn this method from anybody. I didn't copy them. I'm doing what I want. And that's what art is all about. Of course, that's just my opinion. Other people might say other things. And that's okay. All right, I like these little strokes here and there, breaking up the snow, little rocks and things, patches. Nice. Ooh, I want to lay some snow right on top of that. Great. Wonderful. All right. Let's put in all this snow through here. I'm going to grab a lot of white. We're going to mix in some orange. Not too much. I want it to be pretty bright. Pretty bright. But not too bright, because we're going to put in a brighter color soon. Nice. That's great. You know what? A little bit more orange even. A little bit more orange. Just a touch. Let's just go crazy with this orange. Really separate these two areas. Scrub that in. Nice. Now just lay it on thick here. Just put it through here. Big, confident strokes. The only way to be actually confident is to actually be confident. How do you get that? It's a good question. Doesn't require anything. Just giving up. Trusting yourself. Knowing that you have what it takes to do anything you set your mind to. You can. You can achieve anything that you set your mind to. It's happened to me many, many times. I know it's true. You are capable of all of these things. If you care. If you care. That's what it takes. An artist really needs to care about what they're doing. It's not an assignment. They're not just doing it to get some credit. They're doing it because they want to. They seek out these opportunities to paint. Great. Something like that. A little bit more white. Make a little lighter version of this. Ooh, I'm running out of room right on the edge. I'm going to clean off my palette here in a minute. All right. Now, for the brightest parts, we're going to kind of let this just dance along here. Not too much, but just communicating just a little bit of a ridges here and there. A lot of paint. A lot of paint. That's good. We're not precious with our paint. We have an attitude of abundance when we paint. There's paint everywhere. There's paint, just enough paint. There's enough paint. We don't need to worry. There's always more paint. Even if there isn't, believe that there is, and paint will come into your life. Paints will come. That's not the problem. All right, let's place in a little bit of this yellow ochre through here. I like this yellow ochre color. It just is natural in nature, and it always feels just right. Ooh, we can go over this area. Place some snow. Now we can kind of place some of this yellow ochre, some green, right through here. That's fine. All right. Now, let's go ahead and place in some more snow through here. So let's grab this bright snow color, kind of bring it through here. Big strokes, big confident snow strokes. That's okay. Again, the least amount with this style right now, the least amount I can do. Every painting for me, like I said earlier, is different. Every painting. And my style is always different day to day with how I feel. Because I don't think that an artist should have a fixed style. I think that's just silly. That's something galleries want. They want a consistent style. So artists say, I found my style, now I'm going to stick with it. No. It's not about that. It's about enjoying this time, having fun painting. Because you only live one life. Why would you spend so many hours doing something you absolutely hate? Now, we can have hard times and we can challenge ourselves. This painting for me, it's been fairly challenging. It's like running a mental 5K, and that's okay. We can challenge ourselves. We can say, can I do better than that? Let me try. And at first it can be hard, and that's okay. But we can keep trying. Good. I like this up here just a little bit. All right, not too much. A little bit of that orange through there and there. All right. Working our way through here, I want to add a little bit more of this blue shadowy color. Great. Kind of like that. There. And now, some more white. Make it interesting. Don't just do white snow. Do a lot of different colors, right? All right, some deeper colors here on these. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of greenery. All right. Now, let's add a little bit of this dark purple right here. Just kind of get a shadow going. That's fine. That's good. And a little bit of this lighter turquoise blue. Turquoise. There we go. I want to add it here. I think it's reflecting from the snow on the other side, and I think that would be wise. Nice. Just a little bit brighter through here. Loving that. All right. Now, let's add a big shadow right here. Not as dark as before, a little bit lighter. We can kind of just place this in. Big marks. It's okay. Big marks. The snow is just falling on this ground and it's just laying down. It doesn't want to go anywhere, but the spring is right around the corner. It's about to be springtime. It's going to go away. It's not going to be there forever. There. Wonderful. A little bit more of this blue. Coming right off the canvas. Working our way right past here. Right up to the edge. You do that with this white too. There. Right on the edge. And some more blue right up to the edge. Nice. All right. I'm liking this. I know it looks like I'm just doing giant brush strokes, but all of these things matter. Every little stroke matters. I'm going to blend this shadow just the smallest amount. Through here a little bit. And through here, just blending the shadow. Letting this just play through here and change a little bit. Come down. There. And now a darker color. These rocks are dark down here. There. Liking that. Big, dark strokes. Why not? Just kind of let this snow just come up right to this bank. I want like these dark rocks here. They're in the shade. And it's just dark through here. Nice. More burnt umber and blue. Let it come right through here. Let's get some of a purpley blue color and kind of get this rock settled in here. A little bit darker. A little bit darker first. There. Up the side of this guy. All the way down here. Now he is reflecting a little bit of this blue snow, so we're going to just kind of just reflect a little bit of that snow. And on the top, we're going to have a gray color. So I'm going to mix a little bit of this turquoise with this. Oh, there. A little bit of red. And white. Right next to it. Okay. Now we can go right here and give this rock a little top. Then we can brighten it up. A little bit of sunshine. Great. Nice, wonderful little rock. And some yellow ochre through here. Some rocks are hanging out. Some plant life. Just a little bit of grass. Let's put some grass through here. There. All right, now with this blue shadow snow color, I want to kind of seat some of these rocks in to place. Let them kind of be covered. There. Shadow side. And we've got this water. It'll be pretty dark because it's in shadow, but it'll be reflecting the sky and so forth. So let's work on that. First though, let's get this bottom corner just dark. It's going to be very dark, so I just want to do that now. Very dark. There, staining the canvas. Just working the pigment into the canvas. This has been a longer painting video than usual. This painting has more color variations. Sometimes a painting I can do in, 4 to 6 hours. We cut it for the camera a little bit. But this painting is probably 8. And if you love painting, you can be in front of the canvas for 8 hours, no problem. That's a sign. That's a sign that you should be doing it. If you can just do this for hours and you don't get tired of it, that's a sign you should be painting. That's a sign. Okay, working through here. Some people say, I don't know how you do that. I'd get so bored. Well, I like it. I want to do it. People do what they want to do. And I want to do this. I enjoy it. All right, working that in. That's going to be some reflections later and some, I want to put a little bit of like grass through here, but not yet. All right. With that darker color, let's just come through here and make this dark on this side. We're going to kind of place in some big strokes, some big color swatches all over this. Reflecting down this area, kind of mirroring this. There. Get that nice and dark in the corner. Even darker. Putting in a lot of purple and brown. Mixing those together on the canvas. There. Make that nice and dark. We don't know what's going on down here. It's just dark. There. It's going to be nice to see. These differences, darks and lights together, that's what's fun in a painting. That's what's enjoyable. I need more Prussian. I'm going to grab some more Prussian blue. Right here. Some more Prussian blue. Right there. That might be enough. We'll see. All right. Prussian and burnt umber mixed together. Kind of going down here. Good, good. All that dark area. Dark through here. Just dark. Ooh, I want some turquoise and Prussian blue mixed together. There. Ooh, and some purple. Quite a bit of purple. I like that. All right, so we're going to come through here and we're going to just scrub. Scrub, scrub, scrub. I know it looks weird, but there's going to be a lot of beautiful colors. You know what? I want a little bit of ultramarine blue. Just a little bit. It's a little bit different than Prussian. Gives a different feel, and it really works for water. I love it. It's very purpley blue. There. All right. Gonna scrub this in. This rock is reflecting a little bit through here. The mountain is a little bit darker through here, and then we're going to have some sky. A little bit lighter. Nice. Ooh, I like that. Working that into the canvas. It's all going to be reflections. Reflections aren't hard. Pretty easy. Just put in some of the darker colors first and then lay in some highlights. It's all the same with painting. Doesn't take, you don't have to be a genius to paint. You don't have to be extra smart. You just need to want to do it, like most things in life. Like most things. All right. Working that through here. Feeling the water, going back and forth quite flat, as much as I can. There. Some of that blue. That's great. I want a big old rock right here. Let's just place in a big rock. Just a big old guy. Well, not big, but he's hanging out. A little bit of gray, dark gray. I want dark gray. A little bit of white, a little bit of blue. There. All right, that'll work. We'll add highlights around that. All right, there we got this little guy here. Well, that'll work. Perfect. Give a little top to him. Great. Now I'm going to clean off my palette. Got a lot of colors here that I'm not going to be using for a while. So let's just put them to the side. Kind of clean up a whole area here. We can take this and clean it up too. Just make some room in the middle. All right. Now we're going to take a little bit of white, a little bit of this turquoise color. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. We're going to come down here. Add a little bit of this yellow ochre to it. A little bit more white. Ooh, I like that. I want to make a darker version first. So I'm going to get a little bit of this, a little bit of burnt umber, mix that together. I'm going to scrub that in a little bit of white. I'm going to scrub that in first in this area. This will be the sky. But I'm putting down a dark blue first. There. Keep scrubbing this in. Oh, look at that. Not too much paint. I really want to scrub it. So that way we could put a lighter color on top later. Really look good. There. Sideways. All through here. And we'll make this a lot brighter in a minute. It'll be fun. All the way down to the bottom of the canvas. All the way. These are the little things that matter. All right. Right, some more ultramarine. Oh, I like that color. Oh, that's beautiful color. Right through here. Around this rock. little bit of blue, little bit of white. Yeah, let's bring that through here. Really let this ultramarine pop with a little bit of white. Just a little bit. Going up. This creek goes this way. So what I want to do is just give a little indication, a little bit of water going off this way. See that? It's that easy. A little bit of water. And you can get a little bit of a darker color and put in kind of the side, the bank here. Nice. I want some more burnt umber. Oh, I love this color. It really helps me out a lot. It's a real worker. Some of this sap green, a little bit of Prussian blue, mix that together. This dark area through here, there's some grass. Just beginning to grow here by the side of the bank. Not too much, just a little bit of grass. Coming right through here. And a little bit of a lighter green color now. Put this there. Still in the shadow though, so I don't want it to be too bright. But I do want there to be a little bit of detail. Nice. You see a little bit of that? Just the indication of that. Bit of that yellow ochre. Nice. Okay. We're going to start having fun with some of these reflections. First, I want to do a little bit of this orange color right through here. The sun's hitting the bank here, and it's brighter. It's the same thing as this. It's just some brighter rocks. Really shining. There. Okay. We're going to add a bunch of reflections. Let's start with some ultramarine blue and white. That'll be a lot of fun. Ultramarine blue and white. Okay. Let's see what this does. Oh, look. Oh, look at that. Little sideways strokes. Here and there. There's going to be a lot of these. Hundreds of them. And they're going to kind of look like little teeny ripples that are reflecting light. And this dark color underneath we laid in first, that's kind of like the dark parts. That's down deep in the little creek. This is the top. A little bit brighter. I want to add a little bit more white. A little bit of the orange. There. All right. Let's keep going. Varying it once in a while. Working our way through here, back over here. Nice. Well, that's looking great. It's looking like little reflections. There's so many different ways to paint. So many different ways to accomplish a similar thing, you know? So many different ways. Let's take some of this turquoise color. Let's see what happens if we place it through here. Oh, I like that. Very bright. Little sparkling light. There. Wonderful. Just the light reflecting on some of these little areas here and there. Oh, let's put some through here. It'll look good by this dark area. Look at that. Really going to pop. There. All right, more ultramarine again. And I just kind of Go right by this rock, kind of let it live by some of these. Nice. And keep going this way. I want a deeper ultramarine blue color that's just more saturated. Oh, there we go. Deeper, a little bit of burnt umber. Nice. Okay. These are important. They're not as vibrant, but they're important. I want to fill in some of these spaces. Just the illusion of a little bit of a reflection. We don't have to be too calculating with this. Whatever looks good. Whatever you think looks good. I want a darker ultramarine. There. Ultramarine blue through here. It's dark, but it's vibrant. It just beautiful, vibrant. Now, lapis lazuli, very rare. And originally, that's the only way we could make ultramarine blue. Now it's synthetic, not as special. But back in the day, a long time ago, there's a little place, one little place in Afghanistan where this color comes from. And it was used for, traditionally, this color, ultramarine blue, was used for the robes of the Virgin Mary. It was only reserved for wealthy kings, queens. Very precious color, very expensive. Now it's not, but it's still beautiful. They've really done a good job at synthesizing it. You can get actual lapis lazuli. It's extremely expensive, but it looks about the same. All right. Going through here. Oh, that's just beautiful. I'm going to add a little zing around this rock, and then we'll make the rock shine too. That rock will get a little love. That's okay. All right, through here. All right, let's give this rock a little bit of a highlight. Just something along the top. Kind of like that. Good. And at the base of it, I'm just going to seed it in here. Then I want a little bit of darkness underneath it. A little bit more. There. And this little guy. Darker. Okay. We're going to continue to add these little marks. And there's going to be a lot of them through here. Oh, good. Look at that. Let's get this a lot brighter. Let's let this just be exciting through here. It's reflecting the sky right there. See that? Sneaky. Reflecting the sky. Just a bunch of little marks. Just a bunch of them. Really do a lot of them. There. Little marks. Each one a little ray of sunshine hitting this. Just barely, even though it's in the shade. Turquoise color makes me very happy. There. Ooh, look at that. I like that brighter. That's even better. All the way to the bottom. Just sideways. Little strokes here. There. Don't be afraid to go over some of them, add some more texture and layers. Man, I love this. This sure is fun. My favorite thing to do, being here with you, painting. And I hope that you enjoy this time with me. I hope that this is nice for you. I hope that watching somebody paint and be creative is a good influence. I want to be a good influence, you know. I don't want to be a bad influence. I want to make your life better by painting like this. And I think painting could just make all of our lives better. It really can. It can really improve our lives. Goes back there. And then over that, we can kind of place in a little bit of there. A little bit darker too. Let that kind of come through. There. All right, we're going to keep going. More of this coming along here. Just working our way through here. Nice. And a little bit brighter. I want it to really sparkle. Just through the middle here. Ooh, that's fun. Nice and vibrant. A little bit through here. Oh, bring that up, especially towards the base. That's going to really be fun. Nice. See how that dark shows through, though? If we hadn't have done that, it would be completely different. You got to do the dark and the light. You got to think of both of them at the same time. And that perspective really helps us in life. Not every situation is all bad. Not every situation is all good. Situations are just situations. They're not bad or good. It's what we make of them. It's what we notice. All right. A little bit darker on this rock. I really want it to just feel on this side. Darker. There. There too. Dark. Dark side of the rock. That's pretty. Maybe up in here. Just a little bit again. Right up in here. Like that. Perfect. Wonderful. There. Right, coming through here too. I want more of this. More of that color. Great. Right through here. More of these reflections. I have my hand on the back of the canvas here to kind of steady it because I've been painting on it so long that it's become loose. Now, if your canvas is loose, it's very easy to fix that. You can just spray the back with a little bit of water. It'll tighten right up, just like it's brand new. Just like the day you bought it, even tighter than that. And I love doing that before I paint. I always wet the back of my canvas down. It's a little trick. Little trick. But that's all painting is, right? It's just little tricks. Just little tricks. That's all we're doing. It's a magic show. Putting magic down on this canvas. Ooh, I like that bright blue up front. That'll really bring the eye forward and make you feel like there's a lot of depth here. Ooh, that ultramarine, I just want it to sing through here. Nice. Right through here. Just straight ultramarine blue. There. Beautiful. Vibrant. We'll work more on this. Ooh, I want to have a little bit of, from these trees, a little bit of green. There. A little bit of green in the water, not too much. Let's dull this down. A little bit of sap green. There. I like that. Just a little bit of green here and there. A little bit of that old turquoise and green mixed. A little bit of yellow. That'll be fun. Ooh, that works. Looks natural. Okay. Let that spill a little bit here and there into that area. And through there, we don't know. All right. Now let's get some of that green. Oh, there definitely needs to be some green underneath here. Little opportunities. Bring that green down. Nice. I want a really dark blue at the bottom of this. It's really shaded. There. A little bit of burnt umber along here. Let's just sweeten up this line just a little bit. There. That's good. And we can Mix some of the snow up. Kind of blend it. Blend it just a little bit. Top of this rock. Let's notice it a little bit more. There. Come around back a little bit. There. Maybe make this a little bit less angular. A little bit more surprising. Right on the front of this. Nice. Okay. A little bit of this white now. Make a light snow color. Again. Bringing it through here on top of the rock and down. I want it to be in front of this rock. I think that'll help. There. Wonderful. Right through there. And I still want to put some bright snow on top of this to just make it shine. Oh, this corner. Forgot all about it. Let's get some burnt umber and some blue. Scrub this in a little bit more. Get all the way through here. What the heck? Just let that just be dark. Just laying in color here. We're going to put some rocks and some grass or something. Whatever we want. Let's place in a little bit of this brighter bluish color. Make a little rock happening here. Just outline it ever so slightly. Don't need much. And maybe some of this tan color through here. We'll put some dirt, and we'll put a little bit of vegetation, a little bit of greenery. Rocks coming off here. We don't know, it's really dark. There. Some purple even. Just get that dark. Nice. All the way to here, all the way to the corner. Work that purple into the corner. Nice. All right. Now we can add a little bit of grass like this. We'll add in some highlights in a second. Just not too many. Not too many. Behind this rock. There. Just upward strokes right up to the water there. Nice. Oh, first grass of spring. First grass. A little bit of this to kind of brighten up this edge so you can kind of see the edge of that. Very slight reflections all the way to the bottom. Just gonna even this out a little bit more through here. Some darker tones. And with that, I think we just about have a finished painting. Very happy about this one. This one was very fun for me. Loved all the different parts, from the warm, harsh light on the mountain coming down and streaking down to this subtle little creek. So thank you for joining me. I love this time with you, and I'll see you next time.